Hello everyone, today's video is going to be an Ulta haul. I do have a little, not so little, bag of Ulta goodies. See, this is where I get into trouble. We went to Bass Pro Shop and of course I had to get myself a sultry treat. Instead of a sweet treat, it's a salty treat. Sultry treat. Love these things, they're amazing. And this huge bag is like $15. We went to Bass Pro. My fiance got a bunch of fishing stuff. And of course, I'm like, well, we got to go to Ulta anyway. I need some backups and, you know, to replenish some things. And we walk around Ulta. My fiance is a very bad influence. I touch anything and I say how much I like the feeling of it. And he's like, then buy it. Then just buy it. And that's dangerous to me. Also, my earrings here, like I don't usually wear a whole lot of earrings on my channel just because I simply forget to put them in. But, you know, I was out and about, we did things today, and I had earrings in. They kind of match my shirt, but my friend on Instagram, she has an Etsy shop, and if I can link them down below, I will. Her Etsy shop is so adorable. She does a lot of nice pieces. And I'll definitely leave her Etsy shop down below. And I bought them myself, and these are my favorite out of the two that I bought from her. And like, so one's a sun and one's a moon. I went for three things. I went for a replenishment of my e.l.f. Holy Hydration Makeup Melting Cleansing Balm. This is a repurchase, this is a replenish. I used up my mini of the Shop Missy Cleansing Balm because I wanted to try it before I bought the full size. Well, I went on the website, the full size has been sold out, so I just went with my e.l.f. one. e.l.f. is a favorite of mine, and then the AOA one, depending on if it's in stock or not. I also got a replenishment of my Essence Powder Foundation. They did not have very many of these in stock. So this must be a very popular powder, or they just don't restock it quick enough. I had the shade 1 Porcelain. This is what my current one is looking like. So I needed to repurchase this. See, I hit side pan this morning. This is what my current one is looking like. And I am gonna feel so weird not having this product in my collection. I do have the e.l.f. This stuff, and I have another loose powder, and I'm going to try and finish that one loose powder in the summertime because it does darken my foundation quite a bit. So I'm going to try and use that powder in the summertime. But this is such a good powder. I put it pretty much all over my face, under my eyes. I don't wear it as a sole powder foundation, but I do like how it adds a little coverage to my lesser coverage foundations, if that makes sense. So I really love this powder, and I needed to repurchase it because this one's going to be an empty soon. I just needed a new one. You guys know how much I love that powder. The third thing was a backup mascara. I retired the Wet n Wild one and an e.l.f. one, and then currently I am using my Maybelline Firework. I got this in my birthday haul. I don't do many hauls on my channel, and if I do, they're quite small. So I needed to give a backup. I like to have a backup on hand regardless. I mean, I just opened this one, but it makes me feel better when I have one in backup, at least. And I really like the Essence Volume Stylist. So I bought this one. It was like $5. And everyone and their mother loves the e.l.f. Lash Extender. This is supposed to be a, what is it called? A tubing mascara, I think. So many people rave about this, and I quite enjoyed the last mascara I had from e.l.f. So I wanted to test this one out. Both of those are going to be unopened for a while. They're in my backup stash. And of course, the three other items were not needed at all. They were not needed. Like I said, this is where my fiance was a little bit of a bad influence, we'll call it. Front and center of the drugstore makeup side, that is the side I tend to stay on because I'm cheap, and drugstore makeup is pretty expensive as is. they had these Morphe powders on the display. Of course, I had to touch it, and it is smoother than a baby's bottom. I swear to you, it is smoother than a baby's bottom. The packaging looks so neat. I don't know if Morphe is kind of like rebranding, but they've been having stuff with this M logo on it. And as you can see in the light, it has a little bit of a sheen to it. But it is such a nice plastic, and this powder has just the lightest bit of luminosity to it. I have a feeling it's very similar. It says it's a soft glow veil, so like a finishing powder. Just dust it all over your face, like not to set it or anything. So I'm thinking if I use a powder foundation, the one from Essence, to do my under eyes and T-zone, then I can go with this on my cheeks and stuff to blend out my blush, bronzer, and highlighter. And it's just so soft. I needed it. You can't really tell. I have the shade Dawn. This was, of course, the lightest of all the shades. It's a vanilla with a balancing pink. Maybe you put this underneath your eyes. Set skin in its most flattering light, as if illuminated by a softly blurred, cloud diffused glow. Maybe you do set your powder, like set this with it. Maybe you do set your makeup with this. The sheer weightless multi-tone powder featuring light reflecting technology infused with squalane shea butter hyaluronic acid sweeps on to finish your look with natural radiance. I literally bought it because it is so baby soft smooth. I am not one to really purchase from Morphe, but this feels beautiful. I don't remember how much it was. Ulta receipt, please. Please let me know. Originally $16. This bad boy. Originally $16. And I did get my $3.50 off this specific product. And then I used $8 worth of points. So between all the products, it removed $1.58 for this product. And it got down to $10.92. I'd pay $10 for this, not necessarily $16, but it was just like a baby's bottom. I needed to have it. Did I need another powder? No. Did I need another powder highlighter? No. Last year I was so good and I did not buy a single highlighter. This year, I already broke that little rule. NYX had their Butterlight highlighters on display, and I swatched 3 or 4 of them, and I was saying how pretty they were, and my fiance was like, just get one. Just get one. Horrible influence. So, of course, I got one, and I got the pinky one because I figured it's in You Butta Work. I figured this would be so nice as a blush topper, because look how beautiful that is. And I'm thinking, like, when we go to the beach in the late summer, it would be so pretty as a glowy blush, making it look so pretty. Like, look at that shine. This is going to be more as a blush topper, so depending on how I use it is where it's going to fit into my makeup inventory. And they did not have any of the lightest shade of highlighter. Did I need this? Is it similar to the pink that is in my Ace Beauté? Like, they have this pink one, pink highlighter. It does not have the same. So this is the NYX, and then this is the highlighter palette. It is not as pigmented, and you can see it doesn't have, it does not have the same level of pigment. So I'm thinking I'm going to use it more as a blush lighter sort of situation. I don't think I really have any products that are like this. I'm super excited for it regardless. And the last product I have in my little Ulta haul is, you know how in the front they have travel sizes, mini products, things of that nature. They had a mini of the NYX The Face Glue Setting Spray. Thing was tiny, and the thing was I think like $6. And I am like, I know the full size is not that much more expensive, and it comes with significantly more product. I went back to the NYX section and I got this setting spray. This setting spray is $10, and of course I got $1.26 off because of my points. So this was $8.47. A lot of people say decent things about this line. There was like a residue thing on the bottom, so you do have to shake it up, like settlement, not residue. Like it has settlement on the bottom, so you do have to shake it up. And I'm thinking to myself, in the summertime, I'm a sweater. I sweat a lot. I need something to last my face down. I'm currently using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh. You know, I'm a decent way through this, I guess. That one was from my last Ulta haul. But that one doesn't really like set my makeup. It more just melds everything together. But I'm going to need something to make everything last. So hopefully this is the trick, and I'll use that throughout the summertime. That was my haul. I only needed 3 things. I came out with 4 extra things. The lady at the desk, of course, says, you know, did you find everything okay? And I said yes, and then some. And she just laughed at me. Also, this Ulta trip was the best experience I've ever had at an Ulta. Normally, in the Ultas that I have ever been to, and I have been to this specific Ulta before, is the second you go in, they bombard you with questions, and they just bombard you in general. They follow me around the store like they think I'm going to steal something. The store is usually so busy, you can't get around. It's like not ever enjoyable. Then you go up to the counter, the ladies are usually kind of bitchy for some reason, and I have never enjoyed going to an Ulta. Never ever, which is why I tend to only buy online. But then the Ulta shipping and how they package stuff is another story. This has been the best experience I've ever had at an Ulta. We went in, we walked around quite a bit. No one followed us. No one asked me questions. We got up to the register and she was super nice, and I did not have my Ulta credit card with me. And did you know, if you don't have your Ulta credit card, you just have to put in like all of your information and it will charge your credit card. They look at your ID to make sure it's actually you. I think that's so interesting. Like, what did I have to do? My last 4 of my social, my birth date, my zip code, and then she saw my ID, and they charged it on my card while I was there, which was really convenient because I left my Ulta card at home, and of course I'd get 2 times the points. But I spent, I think it was like near $70. I got the $3.50 off a $15 purchase, so that came off. And then I had $8 worth of Ulta points. And for me, because I can't have my points just linger in my bank forever, because, you know, they do expire when you're just a regular member, I suppose. I did not want to lose them, so I used my Ulta points as well. I'm super excited for all my new things, and I hope you guys enjoyed this Ulta haul. I don't do many Ulta hauls, and I don't do them very often. I don't like to really promote you going out and buying stuff willy-nilly. Like I said, a lot of this was replacements. Some of it was new stuff. I don't know how new that Morphe powder is, but I know the highlighter is relatively new. I think the face glue came out sometime, like this whole line of stuff came out last year. A lot of this stuff has been around for a long time, and they're repurchases. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I do have a hauls playlist if you like hauls, if you enjoy them. If you want to see my birthday haul, that was a pretty big one. I did that back in February. I love and appreciate you guys so much. Please like, comment, do all the YouTube things, and I shall see you guys next time.